Hello there, everybody, and welcome back to the Real Bros Podcast. My name is Logan Thomas, and with me, as always, is my most excellent co-host,
Caden Green.
and together we are
The Real Bros.
Caden, what are we talking about today?
Today we are talking about a movie that I saw in theaters, I would say opening week, and it is The Wild Robot.
Nice.
And this was a first watch for both you and Carly, correct?
Yes, it was.
And you both loved it.
Yeah, that very same day we went out and I bought myself a Blu-ray of it. Mostly because because the promise I said of like all the movies we cover in the library, and it was just a really freaking good movie.
Yeah. So now, every movie we've covered so far and every movie that we're going to finish this season is in the library.
Mm-hmm. And from what I understand, from what I have planned out, there is no new movies that are not in the library for the next season or so.
Yes. I believe that sounds right.
I would hope so.
Yeah, me too. That library doesn't look like it could hold much more.
Oh, there's always room for growth. It just have to start taking up different rooms.
Yeah.
All right, Caden, do you want to take us through your quick review of this movie?
Okay, so as I said, the wild robot is what we're discussing. And as simply as I can put it, a storm causes a cargo freight boat
Some kind of boat.
to crash on an island, leaving one robot alive, quote unquote alive. And on its stay on the island, it learns to become a mother, pretty much. And that's as basic a summary.
That's a pretty good sum up of it. To get into much more detail would be spoilers.
Yeah, and we're not quite there yet.
No, sir. So, Caden, what made you want to bring this movie? Okay, what puts it so high up on your list?
Well, part of the reason is it's got a really good story.
It does. It really does.
Very compelling, and it's emotional. It had me crying.
It had all three of us crying.
Yes.
And it's the first time on the show for one of our watches I cried. So, congratulations.
Oh, yeah. But another reason is the animation.
The animation is flawless.
Oh, yeah. The animation, it had a good cast of voice actors. The soundtrack was incredible.
Yeah, the animation is DreamWorks' new. I want to say it's their new standard, but it's one of the ones they're sticking with. Because it's the same animation they used for
Puss in Boots: The Last Wish.
And I think another one, but I can't remember which one it is.
Regardless, it's
pretty good animation. It's very like hand painted.
Yes.
Vibe.
Very captivating to look at.
Yes, and the vibrant colors in this movie.
Oh yeah,
are spectacular.
Like there's vibrant colors that blend in with the background, and it makes it look really nice.
All right. Anything else you want to add before we get into production tales?
There are a lot of animals in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
I think they animated the animals' movements very well.
It's very fluid. It's very, very nice.
Oh yeah.
I think the animation in this is better than in Puss in Boots, because in Puss in Boots it's very, I don't want to say stoppy.
It has moments where like there's action scenes that appear to be cut frames.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that's just to emphasize how quick the fighting is going on.
Interesting. Okay.
Whereas the animation here is all solid and fluid because you don't need to have super speedy characters sword fighting.
Right. Yeah, I get that. All right. Are we ready to move on?
Is there anything you want to add?
I would definitely say for anybody who feels like they are I don't know how to word this, but like if you feel like you're lost and you have like no purpose, I would watch this movie. Because I feel like it's so uplifting,
Oh, absolutely.
and it talks about
Difficult subjects.
some very difficult subjects like loneliness, death,
the feeling of not belonging.
feeling of not belonging.
Isolation.
Isolation is another big one. Yeah, it definitely talks about some deep stuff.
It does.
And I would also watch it if you're about to be a parent or something,
Yes.
because it definitely shows the hardships
Of what can come.
of what can come, and not even just in a cartoonish way. Like it's very moving, and I'm glad that me and Carly saw that before we started to have kids.
You're welcome.
Good old Uncle Caden to the rescue.
Oh yeah. There's something I was gonna say. Oh, what was it? Oh, normally for the movies that we've seen on the podcast,
Mm-hmm.
I would say it's a very good movie. It's a movie you could turn your brain off to. I would say this is one where you probably can't. It's just that captivating.
It's that engaging. In once you start watching, you will genuinely want to just keep your eyes glued to the screen.
Like the story is just that good.
Yeah.
Like
I'm not saying like none of the other movies we've watched are boring by any means whatsoever, but like I don't think any of the movies else on the screen, except maybe for the next one, maybe is something that like you want to keep your eyes glued on the screen for.
yeah.
And I'm saying a stiff maybe for the next one. Stiff.
But without saying anything, the first 10 minutes of the movie, you're immediately getting thrown into sequence after sequence. Like, whoa, what's going on? What am I missing?
Yeah, right.
And as this movie goes on, you're given more clues on what the underlining story is.
Yeah. And for anybody who doesn't know, this is based on a book,
which has 3 parts.
There are 3 books, and there is a sequel in the works,
which I will go see.
I'm pretty sure all 3 of us are going to go see. But yeah, there is no confirmed release date for this. The movie came out last year, so they're probably just working on animation and sound recording and everything.
Yeah.
But I am excited for when that comes out to be talking about it on the podcast.
Which I will say I didn't realize there were 3 books. I only knew that there was 1.
I didn't even know it was a book per se until like I started like when you brought it up to me for like, hey, I want this to be one of my movies. And I was like, okay, because like I obviously it just come out, but I didn't like know much about it.
Right.
And I did my research and I discovered it was 3 books.
Yeah. I haven't read the books, but I might get them just to see how well they compare to the movie.
Right. Because there are some changes.
Like we'll get to that.
We'll get into that in the spoiler territory. Are we ready for production tales?
Yes, we are.
All right. In we go. So the book was released in 2014, if I am right. At least that's what this is telling me. But pretty much DreamWorks wanted the rights immediately after the book was released.
Which makes sense.
Because DreamWorks bought the rights, or the screenplay, I should say, in 2016.
Okay.
And setting the budget at $78 million, they immediately, Chris Sanders, who is famously known for creating Lilo and Stitch, and directed the first How to Train Your Dragon.
Both very good movies, by the way.
Yes. He first encountered the book through his daughter, And though he had never read it himself, years later, while looking for his next project at DreamWorks, he was offered the movie, and he finally, upon reading it, he fell in love with the story, and he felt he was the right person to adapt the film. He described the book as deceptively simple and emotionally complex.
That's a very good way of putting it.
And he goes on and saying that like it's very similar to what his original concept of Lilo and Stitch was, which was um, animals in a forest,
Okay.
like a girl meeting an animal in the forest was like the original idea for Lilo and Stitch.
Okay.
And so development took 4 years. Changes were made from the book story for the film. Roz is in constant search of a task, but also in the wrong place where no one can give her tasks. Sanders felt that she risked becoming monotonous to points of the story by like repeatedly searching for tasks.
Okay.
And so some character roles from the book were reduced in order to give others more substantial screen time and impact. That is true because obviously of what we kind of hinted at.
Yeah.
And the rules were also made to prevent the film from overcrowding. I can understand that.
Oh yeah. Like as is, there's already quite a few characters. Even if some of them aren't main characters, there's
Mhm.
already a lot.
Yeah. And fun fact, this was the final film animated entirely in-house by DreamWorks. So I guess DreamWorks was kind of like giving other people their animation projects.
Okay.
So this is the last one made by DreamWorks animators.
Ever or just for now?
I don't want to say like ever, but like it's yeah, it, it's hard to explain.
I would think just for now, just because of how much stuff DreamWorks has going on as
Mhm.
is.
And um, so after reading the book, Sanders felt the story's innocent tone and natural setting required a look that strayed away from standard CGI photorealism in many modern animated films. He and production designer Raymond Zebach wanted the film in its finished state to resemble the concept of paintings.
And they did such a good job on that.
To achieve this, the production team built upon the technologies used in two DreamWorks earlier films, Puss in Boots: The Last Wish and The Bad Guys,
Okay.
and which just had a sequel come out.
Yes.
While the characters were made up of CGI's geometrical shapes, their surfaces possess a hand-painted look. This painterly style philosophy was carried into every visual element of the film, including the sky and environments. It's very true.
Oh, it is. It so is. It's so pretty to watch.
Yeah. Um for the style of the force and everything, he considered Bambi and
Okay.
My Neighbor Totoro.
That's a good movie.
It is.
Oh, you've seen it?
It's been a long time, but I do remember at one point I remember watching it.
So, just real quick, that movie is a Studio Ghibli movie.
Mm-hmm.
It is a foreign company. They make very good, very stylish movies
Mm-hmm.
based off of not real concepts like My Neighbor Totoro
Mm-hmm.
or whatever the name is essentially just this big magical cat creature. It takes this kid on an adventure.
It's an anime. For
Yeah.
anybody who doesn't know, it's an anime. It's very much in the same style as like 2000s Pokemon
Oh yeah.
or whatever. Like that era of anime, not
Yeah.
what it is like now, where it's like very,
Not good.
yeah. But you know what? There's something out there for everybody, I say.
Yeah.
And the design of Roz was taking inspiration from both C-3PO and R2-D2,
Hmm.
which you can kind of ish see.
I can't.
I would say I can see more of C-3PO in the way of like how stiff she can be sometimes.
I think it's just more the mannerisms and speaking.
That too. That's another big one. And Robbie the robot from Forbidden Planet
Mm.
from
Good.
1956.
That would explain it.
And that is pretty. And from what I understand, otherwise, production went pretty smooth.
Okay.
And okay, so the budget was $78 million.
Okay.
Caden, what do you think this movie made? With it being an Academy Award winning animated film.
I'm gonna say close to 700 million.
That is highballing.
Oh. 300 million.
Very close. $334 million.
That's not bad.
Over worldwide. Opening weekend in the US, it made $35 million.
I mean, in 2 days to make half of what you put into it back, that's
Right? Like it's pretty good.
oh yeah.
Now, if only they had a strong opening like Superman. But that's for another day. All right, Caden. Anything you want to say before we get into our spoilery stuff?
Back to the stylized painting aspect.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell everything you see, it just has that like brushwork on it.
Mm-hmm.
Like at the very beginning of the movie, there's a scene where we do a close up of a crab on some grass fields.
Yes.
The blades of grass are drawn or painted, quote unquote, and you can tell it looks nice. It looks good.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. If you have kids, watch this movie. If you don't have kids, watch this movie.
And if you're gonna have kids, watch this movie.
If you have eyeballs,
Watch this movie.
It
is.
It's a fantastic movie.
Yes. It is very fantastic.
And I will admit this, I'm very glad you brought it to the library.
Yes.
Because, yes, I'm very, very happy that you brought it up.
I was sitting there thinking to myself, if he doesn't cry during this movie, something's wrong with him.
Only because I didn't cry in Avatar 2. Sorry.
I don't remember that, so joke's on you.
I remember both you and Carly giving me crap for it. Like, you're heartless. You don't care about people. It's like, well, it's not the case. It's just, some movies can make me cry and some can't. Sorry.
Well, I know me and Carly were having a discussion about it. It's like, Carly, being a therapist, she understands a lot of the aspects of the movie.
Yes.
And that explains why she would be so tearful of it. She sees that in everyday work. I put myself in place of some characters.
Right.
And I get so in that mindset that I'm like, oh, now I'm sad.
You think you're Fink, don't you?
Not just Fink. I'm talking like every character. Like, so if it's a good movie like that, I will do that. And I will start like, oh no, what am I going to do? I'm sad now because I'm too stupid to realize I'm not actually the character.
Right.
Oh no.
Or like how when I was a kid, I used to imagine that I was movie characters in real life. For the longest time, I'd pretend I was Indiana Jones. And it just didn't work out for me.
That makes so much sense.
Wow. Okay. All right.
Anything else you want to add?
I don't have anything but except for go see it. You're about to get into spoiler territories. So if you haven't seen it, go watch it, come back, and enjoy the discussion we're about to have.
I will say the way we are going to describe this movie will never ever in a million years do
No.
it justice.
No. Not at all. The only way to like completely and take in this movie, watch this movie in 4K or something, take in all of the vibrant colors, all of the environments, all of the art,
all the voice acting,
all of the voice acting is top notch.
Take in everything.
Just breathe it in, and you will feel like a better person after watching this movie.
I wouldn't go that far.
Okay, you might be a little bit sadder after watching this movie than what you were when you went in.
Now,
maybe.
Correct me if I'm wrong real quick, but didn't you say this movie easily topped your favorite animated ever?
It's hard for me because I'm not as connected to animated movies as I once was. Because like at one point I would have said my favorite animated movie might have been like one of the animated Scooby-Doo movies or something. But like that's just because that's what's like ingrained in my head or whatever.
Right.
But like my all-time favorite animated movie, I would say, probably Phineas and Ferb Across the Second Dimension. This movie is great, but I don't know if it tops that.
See, in my opinion, I think it does.
Only because I spent almost every single day of my childhood with Phineas and Ferb is the reason why it's like connected to me.
Yeah.
But like, if I wasn't as ingrained with Phineas and Ferb as I was, I would probably say this would be my favorite animated movie. Is this my favorite theatrical animated movie? Yes. But overall, there are some good straight-to-TV animated movies out there.
See, I would say this is my all-time favorite animated movie.
And the crazy enough to think was you had one above this originally.
But I thought about it and I switched it out.
Yeah, so we had to do a little bit of changes to our list, but that's all right.
We got something figured out, and you'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah, and it is a foreign film.
Yes.
To give it a little bit of a tease, we're not saying what it is, but like, it's in a different language.
All right. Anyway, are we ready?
Let's do it, sir.
Okay.
Take it away.
So, the movie opens with a cargo ship in a massive storm. Something happens, the ship crashes on an island, and there are dozens of crates scattered along the beachside. And
I do want to add the editing for this little sequence is very, very fast.
It's a blink and you'll miss it.
It's very hard to understand exactly what it is you're trying to be shown, but within the next 5 minutes or whatever, it's pretty obvious what happened. But like when we first started watching it and this scene happened, I was like, what did I just see? It's like I see Carly look kind of
confused.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it is very easily explained afterwards.
But there are dozens of shipping containers, boxes, lying all along the beachside. One of them is cracked open, and it's labeled as a ROSM unit. Now, I never wrote down the number. Did you? I think it was like...
No.
I think it was like 7368.
I will look it up if you want to keep going.
But this ROSM unit wakes up from the box, activates itself, and looks around, and we find out that ROSM units...
Okay, ROSM 7134.
7134. You might want to write that down. I will not remember that.
Let's see. You gotta give me a pen.
But this ROSM unit wakes up, starts looking around for a human, because they are, spoiler alert, I'll just tell you now, they're leisure bots. They do the work for you.
They're butlers.
Pretty much. Well, Rosum can't find any humans around, so she starts asking the animals, which she tries to communicate with the otters. Nope.
By the way, these otters are adorable.
Yeah, everything in the movie is adorable.
That's true. Everything in this movie is adorable.
But she tries to communicate with the otters. I think they throw a fish at her.
Something. That or water splashes up on her. Something happens to her for sure.
But she then, I think it's the water, because then she sees a massive wave coming.
That's right, like a tsunami or something happens.
And it's coming towards the beach side. So Rosum turns around to try and climb the wall that's behind her of stone. She can't. So she observes a crab that's coming along the beach, climbing it up, and she imitates it. Somehow.
It's like a transformer scanning automobile. It Roz scans animals and just learns their traits.
Yeah. But she gets to the top, and then the crab reaches there as well. She picks it up, and she looks at it, and it's like, hey, how can I help you?
And it just...
I think a bird comes out of nowhere.
Oh, yeah.
It eats the crab, and then I want to say a bobcat or something like that.
I don't remember 100%.
It's some kind of medium-sized cat.
I just remember the shock value of the crab just getting eaten by a bird, and I was just like,
oh, no, it's you got to remember, the cat comes out of nowhere and decapitates the bird.
That's right. This movie, it goes dark.
Oh, yeah, we're not even there yet.
Oh, I know.
So, Rosum decides to walk further in. As she's walking, she's throwing confetti, this light show, trying to get the attention of people.
Yeah.
But this island has no people, just animals.
Yes.
And so all the animals start running away from her in fear.
Mm-hmm. And then she meets a bear.
Yes. The bear is not named, I don't think.
Mm-mm.
But the bear is voiced by Mark Hamill.
Which we do not hear his voice until towards the end of the movie.
And even then, it's like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, he doesn't talk as much as anybody else in this movie.
So Roz is running away from a bear. She manages to escape. Which, by the way, the movie ends up calling her Roz like 20 minutes later. So that's what I'm going to call her.
The bear is called Thorn.
Thorn, okay. But she runs away and sees this weirdly beautiful golden tree. So she puts her hand on it, and I would say this is probably one of the more stunning moments in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's not a golden tree, but a bunch of monarch butterflies.
Mm-hmm.
And they all just start flying off of it. And it's stunning to watch.
It is. It really, really is.
I would say sometime after this, Thorn the bear comes back and chases her down.
It knocks her down like a hill or something.
Yes.
And this is when she falls on a baby... No, it falls on a bird's nest.
Which, we haven't mentioned the raccoons. Because I think that was before that.
Yes, the raccoons start like stealing all of her stuff or whatever.
Yeah,
and then the bear attacks again.
Which, it wasn't a bear the first time. She just got hit by a moose or something.
Yes.
And so she gets hit into a tree, tries to send out her distress signal, and raccoons steal it.
Mm-hmm.
She gets it back, and then Thorn comes out of nowhere. She tumbles down a hill, crashes through a tree, and kills a family of goslings, which are geese, pretty much.
They're smaller geese.
Smaller beaked, more flat beaked geese.
Yes. And the mother is dead.
More than the mother.
And okay, so the mother and like 4 of the babies are dead.
Yes.
And except for 1 egg. And then a fox comes up and steals this egg.
This fox is a main character.
His name is Fink.
And he is voiced by Pedro Pascal.
Who is
Stop it.
everything these days. What do you think I was going to say?
But, well, no. Fink doesn't come out just yet.
He steals the egg from Roz.
Later on.
Yes.
Because Roz is trying to figure out what to do with the egg.
Mm.
So she's wandering through the forest, and she finds Pinktail.
Yes, that's right.
Pinktail is a possum who has 12 kids or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And at first, Pinktail's scared, but Roz shows the gosling egg. And so Pinktail's like, well, you gotta take care of it. So it's at this point that Fink then does come around, steals the egg, actually eats it,
Mm-hmm.
and then jumps off of a log that's laying over the cliff. Thankfully, Roz has a grappling hook for a hand. So she catches Fink, pretty much chokes him until he spits out the egg,
Mm-hmm.
and then accidentally throws him into a porcupine.
Yeah.
And so...
And then she helps him by removing all the pricks.
Quills. Yeah. And Fink is not happy, which I wouldn't be either if I got thrown into a porcupine.
Yeah. That's for sure.
But shortly after this, the egg hatches.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to say Pinktail comes up again to give...
A little bit more motherly advice.
Yeah, and it's like, well, it's a gosling. They imprint on the first thing they see, so it thinks you're its mother.
Mm-hmm.
Roz isn't really happy about that because Roz's whole thing is serving.
Mm-hmm.
And she hasn't been given an objective until Pinktail says, hey, your objective is make sure this gosling survives long enough to be able to migrate.
Which, in the task in itself, is he has to learn to eat, swim, and fly before fall.
Yes.
And that is the biggest chunk of this movie, is the raising of Bright Bill into doing these tasks, essentially.
Yeah. And
this is when Fink returns.
This time as a quote-unquote helping hand.
And he pretty much is like, yeah, I'll help you show this gosling how to do stuff. But he's like, and here's these ridiculous
tasks
that
need to be done
that just help him. And he's like, oh yeah, this will help the kid. Don't worry about it.
And it's like building a rustic cottage, boiling clams,
getting honey from a tree.
And it's just, the house looks nice, I will say
Mm-hmm.
that. Which, it does become a more permanent house. It's not a one-time thing.
Mm-hmm.
But Roz confronts Fink, like, hey, the kid's hungry. What do I do? And Fink's just like, oh yeah, check this out. Digs his paws into the ground, pulls up some worms, and Bright Bill immediately goes after him.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the bird's name is Bright Bill, by the way.
Which you already said that.
I did?
You already said Bright Bill.
Okay. I'm getting old, I'm sorry.
Yeah, you got that right.
But and so Roz in of herself is not a creative being.
No.
And so Fink pretty much teaches her how to like think for herself.
Yes.
Essentially.
Which this all starts when Bright Bill needs a name.
Mm-hmm.
And so Fink is like, give him a name. So Roz gives him the title Gosling 0001. That doesn't work. She tries Gosling 1774 and thinks like, be creative. So Roz holds up the baby Gosling, looks at it very intently, notices the beak or bill is really shiny,
Yeah.
calls him Bright Bill. And that is the first word that the Gosling says.
Bright Bill.
Yeah, pretty much.
And at this point,
We got the story.
we get a bedtime story from Fink, and it is so sweet.
It's pretty much a recap of what
We
happened.
just saw.
Yeah. But this whole story is to try and teach Roz how to be creative.
Mm-hmm.
And she kind of gets it and kind of not gets it.
Yeah. And then we get a montage of Bright Bill growing up, and it's essentially 2 or 3 months later, 4 months, I would say.
I just said a few months.
But now they're trying to teach him how to swim.
Yes, because he knows how to eat by now.
Yes.
And this is something I put in my notes, is that Roz has kind of become an overprotective mother.
Right.
Which, yes and no, because if you think about it, the original task that she was given by Pinktail was to protect Bright Bill.
Mm-hmm.
So that kind of makes sense.
Absolutely.
And this is something I noticed as well, and I brought this up to you. At the start of the movie, when Roz talks, you can hear the very roboticness of it.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas after the time skip, it's like a regular human voice.
Yes.
Which, speaking of, we forgot to mention, she went into hibernation around the start of the movie to learn the language of the animals.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So that's how she's able to communicate with Fink and Bright Bill. Our apologies.
Yeah, that's fine.
But right now, Bright Bill is trying to swim.
And he meets some mean gooses.
I thought they were all goslings.
Mm-mm.
Oh.
The others were regular geese. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, they're not very nice to him.
They're essentially the stuck-up kids in, like, movies about growing up or whatever.
Yeah. And the thing is, he still hasn't learned to swim.
Yeah.
And that's because Roz is showing him human diagrams.
Yes.
Instead of bird diagrams.
And we meet Rockmouth. We only meet this character once in this movie.
But it is a barracuda.
Yes. And he grabs Bright Bill. Roz
detaches her hand.
Attaches her hand, saves Bright Bill, but also in the process loses her foot
after getting it stuck in the river
mm-hmm.
between two rocks.
And then we have Bright Bill learns the truth
about
his mother and what really happened.
Yes.
And pretty much Roz goes off on her own, and she finds a crash site of all these other broken Rosum units.
Which I would say that's actually right around the area where she crashed.
Mm-hmm. And she finds a new SOS
distress
signal. And then we finally get another training montage for flying, or whether ways like an attempt of flying.
You skipped over the I had the name.
We're not at like the big flying montage yet.
No. I wasn't talking about that. Roz gets the another unit from
the
buddy she made.
Yeah, that's what I said.
You didn't mention any of that.
Oh, I just said she gets a new SOS
Yeah.
thing.
So Roz is in this cave with all the shipping units, and she builds herself another Rosm unit,
Mm-hmm.
which, the Rosms are made to help and try and complete any task they're given.
Yes.
So this Rosm, which is called Wreckage or Rummage.
Yeah, rummage.
Roz tells Rummage, I need you to tell me how to raise a kid. And Rummage is just, what? So Roz explains, and Rummage is like, no, that's not right. You've been overwriting your own code for the past 2 months.
And you need
to raise this gosling.
And you need to go back to your factory reset to be put right, quote unquote.
And that's where things really start. The weight of things really starts kicking in because Roz is starting to get damaged. She's overwriting her own code to complete this task that she was given.
Mm-hmm.
And if she doesn't do it soon enough, she might die.
It's possible.
Because something we also forgot to mention is that earlier, when Thorn originally attacked her, her energy core in her chest was damaged.
Mm-hmm.
So she's only been relying on solar power.
Yes.
So, but after that, she's given the beacon, and then she decides to help. She finds Brightbill, reconnects with him, and helps him learn to fly.
And this doesn't go. I don't want to say it doesn't go bad either, but it's pretty much kind of like how Tobey Maguire did his first spiderweb swing when he slams into the building.
Yeah,
it's kind of like that kind of situation.
It's a work in progress.
And so she builds a runway.
Yes.
Because she knows how planes fly and everything. So she thinks that might help.
He needs more speed.
And so we haven't mentioned this character. This character's name is Paddler.
Yes.
He is a beaver.
And he has been gnawing at the biggest tree on the island
for years.
And he's only halfway through it.
Yes. And he gives her a new foot.
Yes.
And so she has this wooden foot. And so Roz is now able to do a lot more traversal.
Yes.
And she asks for help.
Her and Fink
find.
Which, before you say that, I feel like we should mention Brightbill is considered the runt of the litter. He was the smallest out of his family. And his wingspans are not impressive at all.
Yeah, definitely smaller than a goose.
Yes.
But we meet
Thunderbolt. Which, who is he voiced by?
Vig Rhames.
Yeah.
We have the meats guy.
And he is a falcon. Which they have tiny wings. So Thunderbolt, starts teaching Brightbill how to actually fly with his itty bitty tiny wings.
Shows him that he's good for changing directions,
maneuverability.
And so Roz builds essentially a Quidditch setup with hoops and everything for him to fly.
And one of the goals that Brightbill has is that he cannot touch the ground from dusk to dawn.
Yeah.
He has to constantly be flying. Which Roz, Fink, Thunderbolt, they're all there to help him. Roz is giving him food, like worms in a bowl. He'll do little flybys of it. Fink's giving him moral support on the ground, like, yeah, yippee, woohoo. And, Thunderbolt's just flying with him.
Yeah.
Well, the end of that day is coming around, and You think he's about to touch the ground. No, he picks up a rock and starts flying even higher with it.
Yep.
Which this training montage took about,
I'd say it's about a good 10 minutes of content.
well, I was talking in movie. It's like 3-4 weeks.
Oh, probably something like that.
Because I think when it's done, it's right around
It's
the beginning
right.
of fall.
It's near, very close to migration time.
Yeah.
And then we meet Longneck.
Longneck is a very good character.
He is like the Gandalf.
The elder of the geese.
Yeah, he's very much the elder, and he thinks Bright Bill
has potential.
Yes.
Which he actually, Longneck and Roz went to talk when Thunderbolt was training him.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, yeah, geese aren't very nice. We make the worst company. We're just drama. But Bright Bill, he's nothing but, he's all the rage because he was never supposed to get this far.
Yeah.
He was never supposed to be able to migrate with us.
Nope. So
go ahead.
And so pretty much like right after this, migration starts. They take off, and
Longneck wants Bright Bill in his formation.
Mm-hmm. So there's a heartfelt goodbye.
Because Bright Bill asks for one last takeoff.
Mm-hmm.
And this is another one of the stunning scenes
Mm-hmm.
where Roz is running like her hands out, giving him as much leeway.
Mm-hmm.
And all the geese are just flying alongside her. Oh, it's just such a good scene.
And they
take off.
And so at this point, Fink goes back to his cave and everything for winter. Roz holds up in the house, and the geese find a human settlement.
Like, this is
like
late
a biosphere or something like that.
But at this point, this is late in the winter.
Yes.
So
the geese are spotted by a Rosum unit.
Thanks to Bright Bill.
And they start attacking and shooting everything. Longneck dies off screen.
Which the Rosum units themselves cannot harm anything.
No.
Instead, it's more these murder bots. So
pretty much.
To fill in the blanks, Longneck gives control of the entire flock to Bright Bill because of his ability to maneuver so quickly. And he's maneuvering around all these shots while Longneck is distracting the bot.
Yes.
Which it shoots a hole in the biodome, giving them the opportunity to escape. And like Logan said, Bright Bill unfortunately does not make it.
Longneck does not make it.
No,
Bright Bill is the main character.
No, Bright Bill's dead.
And at this point, back in the forest, Roz has turned on her SOS unit because her task is complete, and she pretty much turns it off. I forget what the exact context was for.
She felt like she was missing something.
Mm-hmm.
Because they've mentioned it, even though her mind, quote unquote, for the robot part, is set on one objective, she has grown what we would consider a human heart.
Yes.
So she misses her child, again, quote unquote. So she deactivated her distress beacon. And
so a hard winter sets in. Roz finds Fink back at the house where it's warm, and then the two of them decide to bring everybody in the forest into the house.
Yes.
And pretty much as soon as that starts happening, everybody starts fighting.
Which I gotta say, I love this scene as well, because they're saving squirrels, paddler, elk, deer,
thorn,
the barracuda.
Yeah.
So the barracuda does show up. The skunk, their skunks shown up like 4 or 5 times Pinktail, all of them.
And so Fink gives a speech to like, she put all of this aside for us so we have somewhere safe to be. And then they all get along. They
all thanks to Thorn. Thorn, if I was any of the other animals, I'd be scared if a bear was in there.
right?
But he's like, I promise not to hurt a single soul while I'm in here. And he cuddles up with Paddler.
Yep.
He uses him as a pillow.
And then spring returns. Bright Bill comes back and everything, and we learn that Longneck is dead at this point.
Yes.
And not long after that, the robots come for Roz because her SOS was on long enough
for them to track
for them to find it. And Roz resists because okay.
You're skipping parts.
It's she resists and she doesn't resist at the same time.
So Bright Bill's looking for her. While he's looking for her, she's at the runway where we meet Vantra.
Yes, Vantra.
Which I do not... Vantra is an acronym. I did not care enough to write down the whole acronym. But essentially, it's a neutral... Like, hey, I'm just here to do my job. I don't care. If you're my target, you're coming with me. And at first, she was going to go with Vantra, but
Bright Bill comes around and she's like...
Fink lets her know that Bright Bill's back.
And then she's like, I have to do one thing.
I forgot my internal radiation capacitor thingy. I'll be right back.
And
Vantra's like, and then it cuts to Fink finishing the sentence, lying your butt off. And so now Roz and Fink are running through the forest with all the other animals starting to catch up to them.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to take over for a bit?
I can, I guess.
Go for it.
I have wrote down here because they don't really have a name. The attacking robots.
I just call them murder bots.
I call them stormtrooper bots.
I mean, their aim is similar.
It's the study is subject. Well, that's all I can say. They start attacking the forest and all the animals. The animals come together and fight them off to save Roz.
Yes. I will say flares.
I don't know if it's flares or just the lasers caught something on fire.
No, it was flares because they shot out of the top of the ship, remember?
Oh, that's right.
And so...
But Roz does get captured.
Yes. Unfortunately.
And Bright Bill flies up to the ship.
With the entire herd.
With the entire herd of geese.
Which I would be terrified.
Oh, yeah. Which, by the way, I do want to say this as a little tease for our next movie. This happens pretty much in the next movie we talk about. It is much more terrifying in that sequence. But he like crashes through the window. Ouch.
I mean, he's been through worse.
That's fair. And
it does break his wing though, doesn't it?
Yes, he breaks his wing. He wakes Roz back up because she's pretty much kind of like shut down.
She was in a memory extractor,
and Roz wakes up and says, "I love you." She learned to love
with her heart.
With her heart,
quote unquote.
And Roz blows up. Well, not yet. The animals show up at Paddler's tree.
Yes.
And they all help him finish it. And the tree falls and puts the fire that's consuming the forest out.
Like, it falls on a river.
It falls in a river, and the river splashes over or whatever.
I think it makes a makeshift dam.
something like that.
Yeah, something.
Roz and Brightbill escape the ship.
After they destroyed Vontra first. Right?
Yeah, they used her magnetic field against her, and they like crush her, essentially.
If Vontra was sentient, that would probably suck.
Oh, it probably would.
Anyway, as you were.
The ship blows up, and Roz rips out her
energy core
because she's like, I have all I need now. And she puts Brightbill in her chest, and they like crash down back on the island.
In a pretty big explosion, even in water.
Mm-hmm. And the island, I wrote the island becomes a family.
Yeah, which, going on a little side note, Carly made a good point about that. Is like, well, how would they go about that since they're all a family now, but there's predators and prey?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if you remember me talking about it, but I'm like, well, they probably do it during like the summer spring seasons
Mm-hmm.
and lean off closer it gets to winter just to come together.
Right. But then Roz decides that she needs to leave, otherwise they're going to keep coming back to the island for her.
Yeah.
And so Roz leaves. She sends out another SOS. She goes willingly. Brightbill flies back to the biosphere or whatever.
Something.
I don't think it's for migration.
No.
He just visits her.
Yeah, because we get a far out shot,
Mm-hmm.
and it's about springtime.
And Roz remembers Brightbill.
Yep.
I forget what she says.
I think I love you.
Something like that. And then I just wrote to be continued, question mark, question mark, question mark.
No, like we said, we did not do this justice. We were all over the place.
Yeah, we were.
We were.
Watch this movie.
It is. Oh, you're missing out.
Watch this movie.
All right.
I have 2 questions.
Okay.
Do you have any?
I only have one, and I think it's Carly's question.
Okay, go ahead.
Who do you feel you most relate to in the movie?
Ooh. I'll let you go first.
See, that's a tough question.
I know.
Like, on one hand, I don't think I relate to anyone, but on the other hand, probably the closest I would think I would act like would be Fink.
I feel like I'm like Paddler.
Oh, yeah?
In the instance of like trying to do a hard task.
All by yourself?
Yeah. Because like when we started this, that's kind of how it felt.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's the only way I can like emotionally attach myself to any character, I would say. Without being like, oh, well, I think I'm Pedro Pascal. I'm Fink, obviously.
Well, the reason I would say Fink for me, because this might be a little DMI, but I have trouble opening up.
Yeah.
Like Fink does.
Mm-hmm.
And Fink thinks the world's out to get him.
Yeah.
I do too. Yay, anxiety.
Same. Okay.
All right. Yeah, what's your question?
If you were Roz, would you leave?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably because if I went through what Roz did, I would be probably under the same mindset of, yeah, I have to leave. This is going to be the best decision to keep them safe.
Yeah, I would too. I mean, it would suck, obviously.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would leave to save the ones I love.
Yeah.
My next question is not really important or whatever, but would you want a Rosum unit?
Yeah, I think it would be.
I feel like if I could get the Roz unit to act like Roz, feel like we'd be perfect.
I mean, I wouldn't say it's impossible, but in a society, I think it would be, because Roz would have all the resources to ask for assistance.
Right. And we didn't mention this, but like it's set in a I don't say a post-apocalyptic world.
It's more a far off world where robots do it's like Wall-E.
I say this is DreamWorks' version of Wall-E,
but
essentially.
It's got a few similarities, but the differences make up for it tenfold.
Absolutely, absolutely.
That was something else that Carly wanted to say.
Yeah, it was like Wall-E.
Yeah, which, like, it's got a general idea.
Mm-hmm.
A robot wants to save life.
Yeah.
And I talked to you about this. I think the biospheres, instead of them building out, they built up. Or they built down.
Yeah, because there's a lot of water on this earth. A lot more so than what it normally was. Because, like, at some point we see, like, a town or whatever when the migration happens.
We see the Golden Gate Bridge.
Yeah, it's underwater. Yeah, it's underwater.
Yeah, so ice caps melted.
Yep.
Yippee!
So the next book in this series is called The Wild Robot Escapes. So I'm going to assume that's what the next movie will be titled. So,
and I would assume she gets back with Bright Bill. Maybe.
Probably because the third book, I believe, is titled The Wild Robot Protects. So I am very excited to see where the story goes.
Oh, me too.
I'm not saying I'm going to be buying the books, but
the movies, if they're as good as the first one,
yes,
definitely.
But yeah, go see this movie. Another big win for DreamWorks, I would say. Caden, anything you want to add?
I think you summed it up. It was a very good movie. Had all three of us crying.
Yep.
I think that's all. Logan, what's our next movie?
Ooh, this next movie, we're down to the final 2 movie reviews of the season.
Oh, yeah.
Our next movie is my favorite movie of all time. I can put this movie in at any time, anywhere, and I'd be happy. It features my 2 favorite actors of all time, Harrison Ford and Sean Connery.
Okay.
We are covering Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. I am such a fanboy for the Indiana Jones franchise.
You're a fanboy for Harrison Ford in general.
I'm not denying it.
I know.
But yeah, I love this movie. It just encaptures what an adventure film is. It deals a lot with father-son dynamics and estranged relationships. But yeah, it's a really good movie. I cannot wait to talk about it.
All right.
All right, Caden.
Anything else you want to add?
Yeah, you're a fanboy for the Wild Robot.
I am. I will not deny that.
All right, everybody. I am Logan Thomas.
I'm Caden Green.
And together we are
The Real Bros.
We'll see you guys next week.
Bye-bye.